So this is the door to the tack room. On the front it actually has a golden horseshoe, which I spray painted myself gold because I thought it would be quite funny because you know on Hollywood movie star doors they have like a golden star, so I thought it would be quite cute to have a little golden horseshoe. So our tack room is always locked with a key. And there's also an alarm. So here's a little overview of what it looks like when you first walk in. So when I come over to the left here, I just have some trophies that I got when I was like little and things. And then I've got a cup which I actually need to give back soon because it's like the end of the year. And I have a rosette up there as well. And then here I just have a picture of Caspar and I out on a hack that my dad took, which I love. And then down here I just have some head collars. So I'll start on the right. This one is Mickey's. This is Mickey's first head collar. It's a little bit tatty now because I've had it for almost 9 years now. So that's like crazy. So that's in navy. And then this is Casper's grey head collar. I use it quite a lot because it's a neutral colour. It's really pretty. So it goes with everything. And then these are the donkey's ones. Willow's is in pink because obviously she's our only female equines because I can't really get away with putting pink on Mickey and Caspar. So everything for Willow is pink. And then for Toby it's orange because he's a black donkey, so I thought that would look really cool. And then Bruno's is red. So moving on underneath, here I have some sort of spare head collars. So I have Casper's leather one, which I use when I take him to shows or whenever we travel. It actually has a fleece noseband, and the reason is because I left my head collar out once when I went for a hack. Mickey had chewed on the noseband. If not, I would have to get a new one. And also it's a tad bit big for Caspar, so with this noseband it like fits him a bit better. Brown one is just a really old one. I think somebody who used to keep their horse here just like left it here, so I just use it on Mickey when I do bareback and bridleless sometimes. And then this one is from Horse Equestrian, and I actually use this on Mickey and Caspar because it's a little bit too small for Caspar and a little bit big for Mickey, but it's in size cob and it has a matching lead rope. And I actually use this quite a lot when I'm bathing the horses just because I don't mind if it gets wet because it dries really quickly, which is good. And then I just have a lunge rope here as well. So above this little head collar rack I have a Luminous Jacket. Now I wear this when I ride on the roads just so cars can see me, and it's also really warm in the winter. Next to that I have the horse's saddle and bridles, so I'll start on Mickey's. So at the top here I have some little fairy lights going around, which is so pretty. I absolutely love them, especially in the winter. So at the top I have a photo of Mickey that I printed out, which you'll probably see in my intro, so it matches everything. So I painted this horseshoe myself, and then he has his head collar and lead rope, which is like his everyday one, which I use most. Here is his tackless rope, so sometimes I just ride him with just this round his neck. It's like having a seat belt just in case anything goes wrong, but usually like I can easily stop Mickey, like I don't need it. So this is Mickey's saddle. It's on a little saddle stand which is blue as well. And I'll just take it out and I'll just show you what it looks like. So this saddle actually came with Mickey. It's just a brown general purpose saddle because I never really did a specific discipline with Mickey. I just sort of did pony club activities, so I did a bit of everything really. Now I just use it when I take him on a hack, or if not I just ride him bareback, to be honest, because I am a bit big for it. It is really small. I'm not sure how many inches it is, but my butt doesn't really fit it, so because Mickey is semi-retired now. So yeah, I've had this saddle for 9 years now almost, so that is a long time. So underneath his saddle it has a little hook here where I hang up Mickey's bridle. Now Mickey's bridle is in size pony. It's just in like a dark brown colour, and it's actually a bitless bridle, and I made it myself. So many people asked where I bought this from, but the thing is in the UK they don't sell bitless bridles at your local tack shop, and you have to buy them online, which are often really expensive. So this is just Mickey's usual bridle, but I made it myself. So this is just a fleece hackamore. I took off the shanks because he doesn't need them at all. So these little metal rings I put in instead, and this is actually from an old running martingale, which I never used on Mickey when I got him, but it just came with him. So yeah, that's what I use instead basically. And then we'll move on to Caspar. So there's a little picture of him there. The horseshoe does look quite a different colour on the camera compared to in real life, but in real life it's like exactly the same colour. So this is in purple because that's Caspar's colour. However, I didn't want it too much of a purpley purple. I wanted it more of like an indigo purple, more like this colour. So yeah, here is his saddle. However, I ordered the saddle stand online, and it's sort of more of like a plum purple than an indigo purple, so it's not exactly the same colour, still looks really good nonetheless. So this is Casper's saddle. So many people ask me what saddle my saddle is. Now this is a silhouette saddle. It's a close contact mono flap, so that means it doesn't have a flap underneath, it's just one flap. So my girth is really low down like this, so it looks like a dressage saddle because of this. But from the top it looks like more like a jumping saddle, which it is. This is just in the colour black because I thought, because Mickey's tack is brown, I thought black would look good on Casper, and also then I won't get their tack mixed up. The only thing I would change about it is I wish it wasn't made of leather because I am vegetarian, so yeah, I don't really, so that's the only thing I don't like about it, is that it's made of a dead animal, but apart from that I really like it. So again, Casper's saddle stand has a little hook where I hang Casper's bridle. He just has a regular cavesson bridle. I really like it because it has little white stitching on it, which looks so nice with him, especially being a grey. And Casper's bit is just a loose ring snaffle, so it's a really weak bit. And underneath Mickey and Casper's bridle, I have my grooming boxes. And I have explained why I have 3 grooming boxes in my grooming box tour. So I won't be showing you what's inside there today because you guys have already seen it. And if you haven't seen the video, I will leave a link at the end of this video so you can watch it. Next to Casper's head collar, I just have some little Polaroids here, and these were taken about a year ago. So they're really old photos, but they're really cute as well. And then I have a matching yellow rosette next to Toby, just because I thought it looked nice, and also the rosette's a little bit out of place compared to the rest of them, so I thought it looked quite good together. So this mirror is really useful after I've ridden. If I'm looking really sweaty, I can redo my hair and everything. And it actually used to belong to my grandparents, but they've recently redone their bathrooms, but it doesn't fit, so I've put it in here because I thought it looked really nice, and I can put it to good use as well without it like being thrown away. And then next to up here I have my Esme bunting that a family friend got me for my birthday. And what I find really funny is quite a lot of people who are new to my channel, they ask me what my name is, and my name is Esme, and it's pronounced Esme, so that's like the main reason why my channel is called This Esme, is because my name is pronounced Esme, not Esme, and it also sounds like This Is Me. So just to clear that up for some people, my name is Esme, it's not something like random. And then underneath I have this really cute photo of Caspar and I when we went on a hack sometime. I actually have a GoPro video on my channel of this hack because my birthday was in the middle of exams. I was so happy in this photo, and so was Caspar, because we hadn't been out for ages because I'd been revising. So we're both just so happy on this trail ride, and whenever I see this photo it makes me smile a bit, so that's why it's my channel banner at the moment, just because I love it so much. And then underneath that I have my sink. Now I cannot tell you how long I've always wanted a sink in my tack room on eBay for very little money, and the work surface on top of it is just an old piece of ply that was going to be used for our house, but we had too much, so it was just going to be thrown away by the builders. So my dad retrieved it out of the skip and we oiled it and everything so it doesn't rot, and now it's my work surface, so it's like recycled, which is really good. Now the tap and everything, which is really cool, is all plumbed in by my dad. So he plumbed it in and connected it to one of the horse's water trough, so it means I can actually get water out of my tap thing, which is so exciting. It's so good for cleaning my tack. So on the top I just have some hand soap, because it's so nice when you're doing the horses, just to be able to wash your hands is so nice. It's such a nice feeling. Also here I just have my tack cleaning sponge on the right, and then on the left I have a little soap dish, and here is some saddle soaps. So if any of you are really bad at cleaning your tack, what I would definitely recommend leaving your tack cleaning stuff out so they're accessible, because I have found I've cleaned my tack 5 times more regularly than I usually do just because they're out here and they're sort of like guilt tripping me to clean my tack. Under my sink I have 2 boxes here, one which says Mickey and one which says Caspar, and in here are just Mickey and Caspar's rugs, and yes, believe it or not, they actually all fit in here, which is like crazy. And then next to them here I have my boot bag, and inside are my tall boots. These tall boots are from Ariat, and they're so nice. These are my first ever pair of tall boots because my parents wouldn't let me buy any until my feet stopped growing, and I bought them all with my own money, which I actually, when I first started earning money from YouTube. So I only mainly use them either in my videos if I want to look nice, or when competing or at pony club. I never use them like just every day when I go on like a hack or trail ride or anything, because I don't want to destroy them. So next to my boot bag, I just have my bridle bag down there. Now I only use my bridle bag when I take Casper to a show or pony club, just so then it stays all clean and tidy in there. And then next to it I have another storage box, and in here I keep all of the donkey's winter rugs. And next to it you can actually see the pipe which goes along, which my dad connected up to the sink. And then in the left corner I have my bridle hook. Now I use this for cleaning my tack, and it is so useful. At the tack shop they came in black or red, but I chose red in the end just because when I'm cleaning my bridle, if I had a black one it would be quite difficult to tell like what was the bridle hook and what was the bridle. So it's really useful it being in a bright colour. Then behind it I have my Primark sponges. I have one in the shape of a melon and the other in the shape of a pineapple. However, it's really sad because I did have one in the shape of a strawberry, but that one broke at camp because I had to wash Casper so much. And then on the left hand side I have a little picture of Bruno. And then underneath I have some more recent rosettes. Then when we go along to the left I have my chest of drawers, and this actually used to be my baby furniture when I was little, and then it was my brother's furniture. I actually painted it and revamped it all myself, new handles on and everything, painted it grey, and the same again with the matching wardrobe as well. So I'm going to go through the drawers from the bottom to the top. In my bottom drawer I have my 2-point air jacket, which I use when doing cross country, and this basically is like a body protector, but when you fall off it inflates. Here I just have some Polo Wraps or stable bandages. Now I barely use these at all, to be honest, so if I'm taking Caspar out in the van I'll just use the Velcro travel boots just because they're a lot quicker. However, I did need to buy these when I did my C+ pony club examination. Part of the practical exam they wanted to see you do up a stable bandage. And then here I just have a leather hole punch. The next one up, it's more of a random drawer. So here I just have some reflective boots which I use when taking Casper or Mickey on a trail ride or hack on the road, just so then cars can see us. And I also have some yellow bibs. I also have some bits here, however the majority of these I will never ever use again because they're either too strong for either Mickey or Casper. And then in this corner here I have my ear bonnets. I have one in blueberry, which is sort of our cross country colours. I have one in navy and then one in grey. I use these when I take Casper to an indoor show or pony club clinic, just because he doesn't really like the noise of the buzzer going off or the echoes in the arena sometimes, so it just makes him focus a bit more because the ears muffle the sound. And then in the corner here I just have one of those rolly things that pick up hair, so I sometimes use it to clean my saddle pads. The next drawer is basically just gloves and hat silks really. So I have this cream pair which I use for dressage. I have a really cheap white pair up here which I got ages ago before I even got Casper, so they're a bit small for me. You're supposed to wear white gloves when you ride on the road, however I don't really use them. And then I have my pair in navy and black. So these are all my sort of competing or pony club gloves. So I basically wear these on special occasions. And then here are my everyday gloves. I just use these for schooling every day, so I don't mind if they get dirty. And I also have some hairnets here. So I don't really wear my hairnets very often, just for special occasions like shows or pony club. And then I just have a Tangle Teezer hairbrush here. And then next to it I have a pair of scissors. And I also have a penknife here for cutting hay bales. And then here is my cross-country medical armband. So on the other side you'll see it has all of my medical details. And then here I have some cross-country tape. And a lot of people ask me what this is for. And you use it for wrapping around your cross-country boots. So if the Velcro undoes, it means that your boots won't fall off, so you won't lose a boot halfway around the cross-country course. On top here I just have Casper's brushing boots, and then next to it here I just have some black winter gloves, and they're all fluffy inside, which is so nice for the winter. I don't really use these to ride because I don't have much grip, however I do use them a lot when mucking out. Then at the back here I have a tail bandage, however I mainly use the tail guard, which I have just because it's Velcro and it's a lot quicker and easier. And then I have some vet wrap on the left in case any of the horses get injured. I also have a phone case, so if I'm going on a ride out my parents can call me, or I can call my parents if there's an emergency. And then down the left hand side I have my hat silks, because my helmet is a skull cap, so it means that you can put different hat silks on top. And this is a very common helmet in the UK, which not many people will probably see unless you do eventing. They're actually more safe than fixed peak helmets, however your head gets quite sweaty because there's not really any ventilation. So I have my blue one which I use for cross country, my navy one, and then I have a black one as well. Now on the top here I have lots of tendon boots, and I know I have too many, and all of these boots I bought in the horse equestrian sale. And the thing is, I like to wear these like people wear polo wraps. Some equestrian YouTubers have like a collection of polo wraps, however I have tendon boots just because they're a lot easier and quicker to put on. These ones from Horse, they're actually really cheap. They're the same price as the Luminous polo bandages, so that's why I have quite a lot, especially when I bought them on sale. I have a pair in lilac, blue, navy and grey. And then on the top of the chest of drawers, I just have some horse and pony treats, which my friend Ellen got me for my birthday. And then inside I just have some treats, and I also have some polos. These are actually the sugar-free polos, just because Mickey has really bad teeth, so we can't have the sugar ones. Mickey actually has to have fillings every couple of years because his teeth aren't very good, so that's why we have sugar-free ones. And then above my chest of drawers here, I just have some more photos. Going up the side here, I have some old Polaroids again. And then here I have a picture of Willow. And I thought I'd put Willow there just because it looks quite nice with the matching pink treat jar. Now these are all my spray bottles, which I absolutely love. They look so cute. They were only £1 each from Tiger. So in here I keep baby oil, tack cleaner, fly spray, mane detangler and stain remover. And so many people ask me where they're from. They're from the shop Tiger. However, I think there are only a couple shops in the world. I know there's one in Brighton and I know there's one in London. However, I don't really know if there are any other shops in different countries. And a lot of people think it's like an equestrian shop, but it's not. It's just like a regular shop. And then at the top here I have all of my rosettes, and they're all in rainbow order, which I absolutely love. On the top of my wardrobe I have my body protector, and then on top I have my helmet and my helmet bag. This is actually a Charles Owen helmet bag. So at the moment my helmet doesn't have a cover on just because it's in one of the drawers, as I've shown you. This is the Gatehouse skull cap, so that's why it looks a bit like an egg, if you're wondering. Now in most hunter trials or eventing competitions you have to have a skull cap when you're doing cross country. So this is the saddle horse here, and it looks quite funny but it's so useful. However, I don't use it anymore because I used to use this when I kept my Tack in the back of the car when we used to take Casper in the trailer, but now we have the van, there's no need, because in the back of the van it does have like a bit of a tack room, so it already has a saddle stand, so I don't really need this anymore. However, I do have it just in case. So inside I just keep my plain black Escadron saddle cover, which I use as a saddle cover when I take Casper to camp or pony club and shows. So this is the most exciting part probably of my tack room, and this is the wardrobe. So if I just open up the doors, you will see my obsession. So these are all my saddle pads, and I know there are a lot, I know there are too many. However, I've collected them over the years I've been riding. I like to spend my own money on my horses rather than myself. The reason why I have quite a lot is because if one is dirty or in the wash, then I can wear a different one. And if you guys would like a saddle pad collection video, then comment down below, because I know a lot of people have requested that, so yeah. So in the top here I have my stirrups, and then I have my half pad at the back. When I bought my saddle from the saddler, they recommended me getting this half pad. I actually quite like having a half pad. It means that when I have a saddle pad underneath, it doesn't like rumple up under the saddle, like it stays put really well. And then here I just have some old stirrups. These are just the black Compassotti ones. I use them if like a friend comes around and they ride Mickey and I ride Caspar. And then I just have Mickey's brown stirrup leathers, and then I have Mickey's girth and Caspar's. And then underneath all the numbners or saddle pads, I have my jumper boots. So as you can see, it's actually got a little hole in here because I've worn them so much. So I mainly use these for everyday schooling or when I take Caspar on a hack or trail ride. And then on the other side here, I have my chaps. Again, I use these for schooling, and they're actually really nice because it looks like you're wearing tall boots even though you're not. And these are from Ariat, and these are the first pair of chaps that I've ever had that they haven't broken. It's better to buy more expensive brands so they're less likely to break if you do ride all the time like myself. And then next to my wardrobe here, I just have some cute little old photos of Mickey and I when we were really young, next to the little light switch there. So this one is of Mickey and I at our second or third camp, I think. And then next to that I have a little Polaroid of us, which is cute. This was taken on one of our first hacks together, so I look so small on Mickey. And this photo was taken on Mickey and I's last camp together. I always laugh when I see it, it's quite funny. We were trying to get a picture of Mickey with his ears forward, and my dad got a treat out of his pocket, and then Mickey just like ran towards my dad, and my dad ended up taking the photo as he was running towards him. And then you can just see me laughing while being sort of dragged by him, which is quite funny. However, I don't use a bit or anything with Mickey's anymore. But yeah, and also you can see my horrendous looking teeth there because ever since I've had braces and stuff, so yeah, that was quite a long time ago. So that is my tack room, guys, and I hope you enjoyed the video.